proposal comes as more shelters have closed and public safety complaints have mounted. KOMO's Joel Marino is live in Tacoma ahead of the vote tonight that could push a camping ban into new places. Joel?
Yeah, Mary, Tacoma already has a partial camping ban, but some council members say more needs to be done. They say new encampments are creating access issues for the public. But critics say that pushing the homeless farther and farther out, that does nothing to solve the underlying issues. These past 3 years, Tacoma has enforced a camping ban that critics say has done more harm than good and only added to the hardships homeless people face.
They're losing documents, they're losing the things they need to survive, they're losing survival materials like tents and tarps, sleeping bags.
But tents are showing up in more neighborhoods, including near parks and schools. And City Councilmember John Hines says buffer zones need to be expanded.
I think it comes back to public safety and some of the concerns I've heard from residents.
The city already has a camping ban that applies to areas around temporary and emergency shelters as well as critical waterways. But 3 shelters have since closed and those tents have returned. Hines says an additional 2-block camping ban around parks, schools, and libraries is needed as well.
It's a lot more of people saying, I don't feel like I can take my kids to those parks, I don't want to go there. And the public's paying a lot of money for access to these public spaces, and so we want to make sure they stay open to the public.
Critics say the priorities are all wrong because the city is looking to beef up enforcement when it should be funding programs that bring people indoors.
One of the big things that the city hoped to offer is that folks would be approached with resources. Well, those resources are not available.
Violating the camping ban could lead to jail time and a fine, but Hines wants to include another option under his proposal.
In all cases possible, we want to direct people to therapeutic court because we want them to get the services, the shelter, and the support they need to move on.
Well, protesters plan to gather right here at City Hall just ahead of tonight's council meeting. An initial vote is scheduled for tonight with a final vote on an expanded camping ban possibly at a later date. Mary?
Joel, when these sweeps occur in the no camping zones, do people typically accept any of the help, the resources being offered to them?
So city officials say they actually have better success in these prohibited zones. They tell me that where the buffer zones apply, they have done outreach to about 3,300 people since the camping ban took effect 3 years ago. And they have just under a 2/3 success rate with getting people to accepting some type of assistance.
Joel,
Mary?
thank you.